Have you ever wondered what it takes to become a billionaire? What kind of mindset, skills, and determination are required to achieve such incredible success? Well, in this video, we are going to explore the fascinating story of one of the world's most renowned billionaires, Mark Cuban. From his early days as a computer salesman to his meteoric rise as a tech entrepreneur and owner of the Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban's journey to becoming a billionaire is nothing short of inspiring. Success is about making your life a special version of unique that fits who you are, not what other people want you to be. So if you're curious about how Mark Cuban went from rags to riches and want to learn valuable lessons from his incredible success story, then keep watching this video. You won't want to miss it. Mark Cuban finds himself in a precarious position, teetering on the edge of success. Although he has not achieved wealth yet, he sees a tremendous opportunity to make it big. His company, Broadcast.com, which he started with a few close friends, has become the center of his world in recent years. The past year has seen a remarkable surge in popularity and profits for his company. However, a looming danger threatens his progress: the dot-com bubble. During the previous decade, the internet had experienced exponential growth, causing the stocks of tech companies to skyrocket. But now, speculators doubt that the technology is advancing at the pace their investments require. Key investors begin withdrawing their support. The critical factor for Cuban is timing. It will determine whether he sells his company for billions or mere pennies. If he does not capitalize on Broadcast.com's enormous success, he risks losing everything he has worked for. Cuban's ambition is to join the exclusive club of billionaires, which he humorously refers to as a BBC, or Billionaires Boys Club. To achieve this, he has tirelessly generated hype and publicity for Broadcast.com over the past 4 months. However, potential buyers are hesitant to accept his offer. The odds are stacked against him. Will Mark be able to persuade investors to enter into what seems like a doomed deal? Let's step back in time to the prosperous 1950s, an era of business opportunities and growth in America. Mark Cuban is born into a second-generation Jewish immigrant family in the Pittsburgh suburb of Mount Lebanon. His grandparents had changed their last name from Chebensky to Cuban, aiming for a more American-sounding identity. Just like the vibrant business opportunities that defined the 1950s, Mark Cuban exhibits an entrepreneurial spirit from a young age. During this era, many young Americans sought ways to earn extra income, similar to our pursuits at Giga University. However, Cuban stands out from the rest due to his passion for sports, particularly basketball. Yet, he faces a hurdle. He can't continue playing on the court with worn-out shoes and enduring bullying from his friends. Initially, Cuban turns to his parents requesting a new pair of basketball shoes. However, as members of a blue-collar family, such expenses prove challenging. But Cuban is not one to be deterred. He takes matters into his own hands and dives into various ventures, utilizing any resources he can find. Whether it's dealing with baseball cards or selling garbage bags, he immerses himself in entrepreneurial endeavors. Even at a young age of 9, 10, 11, or 12, he exhibits a business-minded mindset. Pause for a moment and imagine what you were doing at that age. However, Cuban's achievements surpass the ordinary. At the age of 12, he establishes his first business, buying and selling baseball cards. By the time he turns 14, he initiates a stamp collecting company. Reflecting on those early experiences, he recalls starting with a mere quarter and transforming it into $50. This accomplishment instills in him the belief that if he can achieve success in one venture, he can conquer anything. As soon as Mark Cuban can afford it, he splurges on a pair of expensive basketball shoes. For him, there's nothing quite like the excitement of building a business from the ground up. His success stems from his unique approach and unwavering determination. Choosing the path that suits him, Cuban enrolls in Kelly's School of Business primarily due to its affordable tuition. While studying at the university, he not only absorbs knowledge from his classes but also actively applies it in real world scenarios. As an ambitious undergraduate, Cuban explores various ventures. He even tries his hand at running a chain letter, showcasing his innovative thinking. However, one of his most significant early ventures is the opening of a bar near his university. This endeavor, named Motley's, becomes widely regarded as the best bar in town. Remarkably, Cuban's business acumen sets him apart from his peers. One of his professors reflects on the extraordinary nature of Cuban's achievements, stating that in over 35 years of teaching, he had never witnessed a student launching a business while still an undergraduate or pursuing an MBA on campus. Although his first business ultimately closes its doors, Cuban emerges from the experience with a wealth of valuable knowledge, practical skills, and an extensive network of connections. These assets serve as a solid foundation upon which he can build future successes. Immediately after graduating in 1981, Mark Cuban secures a job with Mellon Bank. However, he realizes that he still has a long way to go before he can establish himself as a formidable force in the business world. The next chapter in his life is a turning point that catapults him to household name status synonymous with success. In 1982, Cuban decides to embark on a change of scenery and moves to Dallas, Texas. There he joins Your Business Software, one of the earliest software sellers in the state. As a salesperson, Cuban becomes known for his electrifying presence and goes above and beyond to excel in his role. One morning, he devotes his time to meet with a client in order to secure more business, rather than opening up the store as expected. Unfortunately, his boss disapproves of Cuban's independent approach, leading to his termination from the job within a year. Undeterred by this setback, Cuban seizes the opportunity for perfect revenge. He launches his own company called Micro Solutions, openly declaring war against Your Business Software. Micro Solutions becomes one of the earliest software resellers, catering to the needs of modernizing businesses across America. Cuban's entrepreneurial acumen propels Micro Solutions to generate over $30 million in revenue. In 1992, he sells the company to CompuServe for an impressive $6 million. Upon his retirement, Cuban reflects on his significant purchase: a lifetime pass on American Airlines. His mission? To travel to as many countries as possible and enjoy memorable experiences with people from around the world. Ready to embrace a life of leisure, Cuban's plans take an unexpected turn when his college friend Todd Wagner approaches him with an offer he simply cannot refuse. In 1988, the dynamic duo of Mark Cuban and Todd Wagner decide to rename their company as Broadcast.com and gear up for an initial public offering at $18 per share. On the day of the IPO, the stock closes at an impressive $62.75, setting a record for the highest percentage increase on an opening day with a staggering 344% rise. Cuban achieves record-breaking success, and his name becomes widely recognized. Despite his accomplishments, Cuban remains humble, acknowledging the role luck played in his business success. He attributes his good fortune to having a company like Broadcast.com go public at the right time when the internet stock market was experiencing a frenzy. However, Cuban understands that he hasn't reached billionaire status just yet. While he enjoys making millions, he realizes that the golden age of the early internet won't last forever. From retail investors to investment banks, everyone believed they could achieve quick riches during this period. Recognizing the inevitability of a market downturn, Cuban decides it's better to cash out while Broadcast.com is still at its peak. Nevertheless, Cuban wants to make a grand exit. Thus, he plans a streaming event of the century. For the 1999 Super Bowl, Broadcast.com strikes a special deal to showcase an advertisement for Victoria's Secret. This bold move garners worldwide attention, propelling Broadcast.com into the spotlight. Despite the seemingly ordinary act of hosting a Victoria's Secret ad, the stunt attracts an unprecedented 2 million viewers. This achievement is remarkable considering that it occurs during a time when most people are using slow dial-up internet connections. The record-breaking viewership provides the kind of publicity Cuban needs to elevate his company's profile, and it proves to be a resounding success. Coincidentally, around this time, Yahoo is searching for a way to maintain an edge over its fast-rising competitors, including Google. Thanks to the recent success of Broadcast.com, Mark Cuban strikes an incredibly lucrative deal by selling the company for an unprecedented $5.7 billion. This achievement allows Cuban to realize his dream of entering the Billionaires Boys Club. However, ironically, after the acquisition, Broadcast.com's popularity takes a nosedive. The question arises, why did Yahoo buy it and what did they do with it afterward? The truth is, Yahoo mishandled the acquisition. When the stock market bubble burst, Yahoo's board made drastic cuts, severely impacting Broadcast.com. They trimmed everything except the basics, ultimately leading to a significant decline in its performance. It was akin to buying the worst team in the NBA. The downfall of Broadcast.com marks the end of an era. Yet, an even more substantial challenge awaits Mark Cuban. Having already dominated the business world, he seeks a new arena in which to compete, or more precisely, a new court. Cuban's passion for basketball leads him to focus on the sport he loves. In 2000, he acquires a majority stake in his favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks. At the time of his involvement, the Mavericks are considered the worst team in the entire NBA, and maybe even the WNBA. However, Cuban is determined to transform them into a winning team. Recognizing the need for a fresh start, Cuban implements significant changes within the organization. He instills a winning mindset among the players who've been part of struggling programs. As a new owner, Cuban tears up the existing framework and makes the necessary adjustments to set the team on a path to victory. Unlike most team owners who prefer the comfort of private seating, Cuban takes his place courtside for every single game. He actively engages with the team and does not shy away from expressing his thoughts and opinions openly. Mark Cuban's fiery demeanor on the court has landed him in trouble, resulting in a hefty fine of $500,000 for his angry comments. His trash-talking skills were so impressive that he even dropped an F-bomb before a game during an interview, leading to an additional $15,000 fine. However, Cuban takes it in stride, knowing that the fines contribute to a good cause, specifically going to CyberSmile. Despite the fines, Cuban's hands-on approach and passionate involvement pay off. In 2001, the Dallas Mavericks make it to the playoffs for the first time in over a decade. With a world-famous billionaire like Cuban attending games, the Mavericks become a sensation. The team's value increases by over $50 million and attendance soars by 35%. However, victory has not yet been achieved. In 2006, the Mavericks appear to have momentum on their side, taking a 2-game lead against the Miami Heat. But in a crucial moment, they falter, allowing the Heat to gain the upper hand. Cuban's frustration is palpable, and his anger is so intense that it seems as though he could be mistaken for Satan. The players even avoid him in the locker room. Recognizing the need for a change in strategy, Cuban takes action just 4 years later. He restructures the team by hiring a new coach, recruiting star players, and implementing intense training regimens. Amidst all this, Cuban faces legal troubles with the US government as insider trading allegations are leveled against him. However, undeterred, he pushes forward. Finally, in the 2011 season, the Dallas Mavericks reach the finals. Against a formidable Miami Heat, they secure victory, claiming the championship title. It is a triumphant moment for Cuban and the entire team. Mark Cuban has always harbored big dreams and unexpectedly chants of gratitude break out wherever he goes. It is a unique experience to have a crowd chanting thank you to the owner of a building. Cuban is a disruptor, shaking up industries like no one else can. His notable achievements include purchasing a struggling basketball team and turning it into one of the NBA's best, generating $211 million annually from owning the Dallas Mavericks. Cuban's approach is all about speed and effectiveness. He dresses casually, speaks his mind, and defies the expectations of a typical billionaire. Cuban believes in taking action and getting the work done. He values motivation and is willing to work with individuals who may be rough around the edges but possess the drive to succeed. Cuban's shark-like mentality is driven, alert, and always ready to seize an opportunity. He evaluates opportunities carefully, knowing which ones are truly worthwhile. A prime example of this is his involvement in the TV show Shark Tank, where he openly expresses his opinions on entrepreneurs' pitches. He is not afraid to call out nonsense or expose con artists. Shark Tank serves as a platform to showcase Cuban and the other sharks, attracting attention and acquiring talent through TV drama. Cuban even made appearances in Sharknado 3 as American president. Additionally, he allowed fans to use Dogecoin to purchase official Dallas Mavericks merchandise, showcasing his embrace of innovative ventures. Cuban even owns a 77-acre town called Mustang in Texas, which he acquired when a friend needed to sell it. However, all these endeavors pale in comparison to the impact of Shark Tank. Despite his reputation for outspokenness, Cuban always backs up his words with actions and lives up to his commitments. He may not be without controversy, facing federal insider trading charges and being criticized for his intellect, but his incredible work ethic and inspiring basketball comeback story shine through. Cuban's involvement in ventures like Cost Plus Drugs, aiming to revolutionize the medication industry, showcases his diverse interests. Mark Cuban defies the conventional image of a billionaire. He marches to the beat of his own drum, challenging norms and following his instincts. His unique approach to wealth acquisition revolves around understanding one's skill set, finding the right opportunities to utilize those skills, and going all in. Whether loved or disliked, Cuban's unapologetic style sets him apart in his pursuit of success. And that's a wrap for today's video. We hope you enjoyed learning about the incredible facts and stories we shared on our channel. If you're hungry for more amazing knowledge, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our latest videos. Until next time, stay curious, keep learning, and be amazed by the world around you.